Everybody's ready. Everybody's ready for the show.
What's that mean?
It means we're ready. Everybody's ready. Everybody who's listening, they are so excited. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I see one person right now.
Well, that's there's so many people who are going to hear this Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning out on their run. And if that's you, good job. Good job getting up and getting out there.
Fair enough. Yeah. How is Grace?
I'm good. Yeah, I had a good weekend. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I had a good weekend, but I've said this before. Every weekend is a good weekend because it's the weekend and I don't have to work for the man. So I'm a fan of weekends. I mean, even a bad weekend is a great weekend.
Yeah, I used to work weekends, and it's fun being a part of the civilization that does not work weekends. So that it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, working weekends sounds miserable to me. I have to do it sometimes when I get called in and I'm miserable then. So that gives me a taste of that, and it's not a part of me that I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work 12-hour shifts, and so I worked this weird like 2-3-2 schedule, and I had weekdays off. I would like in the middle of the week I would have a Tuesday and a Wednesday off. And I had so much fun. I would go out to the woods and just learn every trail and get lost. And I really enjoyed it.
You want to talk? You want the show to just be about your work schedule? Or?
I think that would be fun. We should schedule that.
It's cool. Your lunch breaks, you want to talk about them?
Yeah, they're pretty nice. Thank you.
I like my lunch breaks too. Oh, we are beginning year 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Year 4 of this casting of the pods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're starting out year 4 with just me and you, and it's going to be a good show because we're gonna talk.
We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Something you and I. Will Smith.
I was just going to sit back and listen to your lovely singing, and that was very nice. Thank you for that gift.
Is a gift to you tonight. Mm-hmm. I give to you, and I expect something in return maybe next week. I don't know.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, what do we do next? I still forget. 3 years.
4 years in, we're gonna you say nice things about me after you've said a lot of mean things, and then we're gonna start the show.
How about we're not gonna do that nice stuff. Let's just start the show.
Okay.
All right. Grace, being able to run, we often take for granted, but it can feel like heaven. Let's discuss some things to do when we can't, though, on episode 157.
I'm Eric, Idiot Runner Kosek.
And I'm Grace, Hot Pants Langheim. Eric is all business in the front of the pack, and I am all about the party in the back.
That's right, business up front and party in the back. Together, we are the Running Mullet.
And we are going to talk about every aspect of running, the podium to the DNF and everything in between.
If you are a runner, this show is for you. Now sit back, get out your foam roller, and enjoy the party.
Oh, how was your weekend? I didn't actually ask. We got talking about logistics of weekend stuff, but what did we do?
We went to, okay, so here's what we did for the weekend. There was a super fun race, Blazing Saddles, which has an 8-miler, a 25K, and a 50K. But we're starting to lock into training, and Blazing Saddles does not have terrain that is similar to what I'm training for. And I'm starting to get terrain specific. Like I'm starting to get more course specific. So Laura and I went over to the Conestoga Trail and did 17 miles with 3,500, 4,000 feet of gain, something like that. Technical trail, wet trail. So it was a really good training run, and I felt my feet were just tired. I took a little nappy nap when I got home. And then Sunday was the Mason-Dixon Spring Equinox Run, which has a 25K and a 50K. It's a fat ass. And I ran the 25K with Laura and Meg. And we had a lot of fun. And again, it was like 17 miles with almost 4,000 feet of gain. So that section of the Mason-Dixon Trail is the most technical section. So it's 2 very technical training runs back to back with fun friends.
A little confidence building in there, maybe.
Maybe not really. I was working out some stuff with nutrition, which went well, and also working on what shoes I'll probably wear for World's End, and I think it's going to be the normal toe mirrors. They worked very well for me on both runs. My feet are tired, but I think it's just because of the 100K last weekend,
Yeah.
So I think that shoe, I was really happy with how that shoe performed. So that was very helpful. But overall, my legs just felt heavy. But, that's what happens when you're at high mileage. So it's fine. But it didn't build my confidence.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's all good. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, it sounds like 2 good back-to-back days, good double weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The double weekend. I mean, in my opinion, you should be doing that again to a lot closer to World's End, and probably a little more maybe if you can fit it in. But
yeah, I've got 2 weekends tagged to one, if not both of them, to head up to the course and get in at least most of the course, if not all of it, over a 3-day weekend. So
what are you predicting for World's End this year? Super wet day, super hot day, super dry day?
I'm gonna go with super wet. It always falls immediately after, Memorial Day. It's always the weekend after Memorial Day. And sometimes that's June 7th, and sometimes it's May 30th. And so this year it's May 30th, which is one of the earliest that it possibly can be. And I think we tend to see it a little wetter. And then if it's a week later, it's really hot. So
yeah.
I'm going to go with wetter. But it's always a wet course once you get up to the top.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been wet for quite a few years, I feel like, lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're due for at least an average year, normal.
Yeah, the driest year I remember was the year that it was pushed to the fall, when it was in September.
Oh, yeah.
It was very dry and it was lovely. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, but we don't want to move race dates again, so that'll never happen again. We
Me
don't
too.
want to talk about COVID again or anything like that again.
No, we're past all that. So training is moving along, and my next big thing is the Horseshoe Trail. I'm going to head up to the Horseshoe Trail next month. So I'm not really training for it. My training is more geared towards World's End, but I'm very excited about the Horseshoe Trail because it means 4 days hanging out on the trail. And that sounds super fun.
Nice. Well, we'll have to talk about that as it gets closer to happening. This is where any nice co-host would ask me how my weekend was.
Ask you what?
Yeah.
What would I ask you?
I was going to say.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So we can move on, I guess.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, how was your weekend?
Oh, Grace, that's so nice of you. I ran, Grace, so my
What?
weekend was great. Yeah,
Oh, tell me all about it. Wait, which day was it? Saturday or was it Sunday?
both.
Saturday and Sunday. What shoes did you wear?
Saturday morning was icy. Ironically, I fell on the ice to cause my injury many ages ago.
Yeah.
In my first run back after said injury, the roads were icy.
Oh no.
So that was it was fine, but it was kind of ironic.
Yeah.
But yeah, yep, it feels good to be doing the act of running again.
That's so fun.
It's not much, but I'll take it. So
How long did you run?
like distance or time?
Time.
Like an hour.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's not too much.
No, I'm happy. I'm trying to figure out why the legs don't feel like my personal legs, but I'll give them time.
We did replace them recently, so that
I would not doubt it. I'm pretty sure somebody gave me a pill, a roofie or something, and then put me they do that, they put you in a bathtub, and I think they cut your legs off and they sell them in Japan.
yeah, we're going in a very strange direction. So you are coming back from injury. Of course, you played it smart this past weekend by doing just a little bit of running on Saturday and Sunday. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's great timing to talk about what do you do when you are injured and you can't run. So that is the topic of tonight's show. So do you want to start? I want to hear.
I do.
Awesome. Good.
I do. So 99% of what I did when I wasn't running was pout.
Okay.
So yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So pout is a good idea.
Yep.
Give me two more things.
No, I did. I worked on my butt a lot. See, I want a supermodel butt. I'm looking for sculpted rear end. So everybody knows it's there type thing. No, but I did work on my butt a lot because we don't use our butt muscles as runners, and if we don't do that cross training glute stuff, other stuff gets overloaded. So yeah, I did. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. This is dumb. I did all the cross training stuff. I rode the Peloton every day to try to keep my cardio up. I pouted in between that.
Yeah.
Made sure I got plenty of sleep while pouting.
Okay.
And then right after breakfast every morning, I made it a thing I definitely did. I pouted. So that sums up my around 6 weeks of not running.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did crowdsource a little bit on what do you do when you are injured? And we gave some suggestions like maybe basket weaving or baking. Gina said, I smoke meat when I'm injured and stock up the freezer. So that is a fun thing to do. Also, she has time to redo her reptile enclosures, read books, play video games, do more meal prep, and volunteer for races. She said, I continue to strength train throughout injury. When I sprained my ankle, I continued to strength train my upper body, and I bought some new equipment so I could still continue hitting legs a bit without putting pressure on the ankle. So I think those are several great ideas. One, you can strength train. If you are able to do other cardio, that's great. I know when I had my my hamstring tendon had a tear at the insertion point at the top where it goes into your pelvis, and I could not do any cardio. I was restricted from walking, running, bicycling, rowing, sitting. I could stand and I could lay down. and I could do PT, and that was it. But figuring out what you can do, I think, is a really big key to it. And if you can do upper body work or core work, because we all should be doing more core work, right?
Yeah.
And
But
then
the problem is with that stuff, it's hard to fill the whole void of what the time spent you would be doing running with that stuff.
Mhm.
At least that's what I find. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess it's all about your perspective and things.
Yeah. Yep.
I have a good one for anybody. I just thought of it a while ago, a few minutes ago before the show.
Uh-huh.
For anybody, not to go off subject here, but if you can't run, but can still walk or power hike or get out and enjoy nature and all that, and it's this time of year from February to April, even into May, sometimes even January. So like the end of winter-ish block, mostly from February to April.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a hunter, so I love antlers. Now, antlers are on white-tailed bucks. They're not horns, so I'm going to go off another tangent here.
Wait. They're also on jackalopes.
Yes, but horns, you see.
And you can staple them to little mice.
Can I finish?
Okay.
Okay, so horns on an animal, they don't fall off on a yearly basis and grow back. Antlers fall off, and then there's regrowth to where the deer is bigger, older, and the rack is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So every late winter into early spring, antlers fall off of a male deer's head.
Uh-huh.
And they're called sheds. They shed their antlers.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love looking for the sheds. Now, it might seem weird to some because it's not exciting to them. I get that. But even if it's not something you've ever done, there's still this thing out there in the woods, this needle in the haystack that to me, it's amazingly rewarding to find. I don't know why. It's because I love the sport and I love whitetails and all that. And, you find a big one, that's a giant buck. It's something cool to find. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. It is something to do if you can't run. You can still walk through the fields and look for sheds and instead of pouting.
That is a really fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I think going to find a shed, trying to hunt for one is a great suggestion.
And not only that, the best thing about it is you can look for those sheds when you're even actually trail running too. You run down to a field or whatever that looks like a good spot, take a couple-minute break and walk around the perimeter at the edge of the field, see if you see anything.
Yeah.
If you find a antler or a shed from this podcast alone, I don't know, I'll sing another song or something just for you.
I definitely want to see pictures.
Yeah. So I highly recommend you give it a try. It's very challenging because the sheds blend into the grass and the woods especially, but it's difficult. It's a challenge for sure. So give it a try.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I used to geocache, which is very similar. I love geocaching. And I still geocache every once in a while, especially when I go to a new state. I will try to find a geocache while I'm there. And geocaching is finding containers. Sometimes they have trinkets in them. Sometimes they don't. They usually just have a logbook. But geocaching is very similar. You can go to geocaching.com. And
I don't know if I made this clear, Grace, to you, especially because you're a slow learner, but I can't give you coordinates to where the antlers are going to be at.
No. Yes.
Where geocaching, you
geocaching, you get coordinates.
I don't. I mean, nature.
But see, you had an idea, and that made me think of an idea. And I thought both of us would share on this podcast.
That's great. I love your sharing. I just wanted to make sure you knew. I don't know where these antlers lay. I
right.
Confirm.
They're somewhere.
Just to clarify.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We can move on.
So those are fun activities, and people might not think of that. They might only think of cycling. So we're giving the people some unique ideas, is what I'm saying. A whole lot of time in the gym. That's what I said. Alicia Harris, she said run through it. But she was joking, right? Molly Carhart said arts and crafts, which is super fun. I don't know about you, but Jason and I did some jack-o'-lanterns last year, and it felt like I was doing arts and crafts with my husband, and it was so much fun. You know, like arts and crafts are, you get to have a little bit of your creative side come out. Hiking up hills, swimming, and CrossFit, she said. Clara said, these are some great suggestions. Grumble, mope, eat my feelings, find some other project to hyperfixate on, and then burn out on. So those are also fun ideas.
I like all of them a lot. It's basically what I did. The grumble, mope, eat feelings. I tend to like, so and this adds to the hobby you can do is you can go out into the woods and build like a fort out of sticks, and you can sit in that fort, and then you can grumble, mope, eat feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. One thing that I did when I went through, I had like 2 injuries that actually stopped me from running. And the hamstring one was probably the worst of them all. And I did a lot of volunteer work with trail running. I coordinated group runs. I had a group run. I went to a local park and I created this 1 mile loop, and I had a big group come out and I gave out awards, and I just sat at one part of the loop and drank beer and cheered them on. And then they would run one loop, 1 mile over and over. And we saw how many loops they could do. And then I did the same thing for hill repeats, and that was a lot of fun. So I would just schedule stuff for my friends to do, and I would sit there and point at them and laugh at them while they did hard things. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And getting into volunteering more was a lot of fun too. So if you've never volunteered at a race, it's wonderful. Being at a road crossing or being at an aid station, it is a good time.
I like running.
Yes, we like running too. But sometimes you don't get to fit in as much volunteering as you'd like to. That's why when you're injured, it's like, hey, why don't I do that? Take some time to build that patio you've always been wanting to build. It's just a great time to get other stuff done, you know?
Yeah, there are some great ideas to pass the time while you're waiting for said injury to heal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But let's hope none of our friends get injured.
Well, I think it's just the probability increases because of our sport that you will get injured. It's just about how you manage through it. Because if we were all lumps on a log, then or sitting on our couch all day long, all the time, then maybe we wouldn't get injured, but we would have some other chronic illness or not have as many cool friends. So when you live life to its fullest, you might get injured, but that's okay. There are things that you can do. I did find, so I wanted to bring this up. I bought this book, which I think Julia has right now. I think I lent it to her. It's called Rebound, Train Your Mind to Bounce Back Stronger from Sports Injuries. It is a very good book. It's by Carrie Jackson Cheadle and Cindy Kuzma. And it's all about, it's like parts of it are about injury prevention, but the primary theme of the book is, okay, you are injured. Now let's talk about what you're going to do to get through the injury. So it's a really, really good book. And here's a couple of key points from the book that I thought would be helpful. One of the hard things that people go through is how to deal with not feeling like you're a runner anymore. Like we always call ourselves runner, but if you're not running, it can feel like you're not a runner, but you are a runner. So one key piece of the book is to switch your identity, saying I'm an athlete in recovery, or you're a runner in recovery, or you're rebuilding, right? So that's the what you're in right now, Eric. You're just rebuilding.
Okay. I'm a runner in rebuilding.
Yes.
I'm a runner in rebuilding.
Yeah.
I'm a runner in rebuilding.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're not worthless. You're not ugly. You're not stupid.
Aw.
None of those things that other people say, right?
Yeah.
Correct. No, none of those things. You're just rebuilding. The second tip, which we talked about already a little bit, but I want to give you like a framework, right? So you're just rebuilding, right? So you're rebuilding. The second is to control the controllables. So we talked about that. Do rehab exercises, do strength training. It's a great time to get good sleep if you normally don't. You and I love sleep, so we get pretty good sleep. Focus in on nutrition, do some mobility work, do some cross training. Maybe that's the time where you work on your pull-up game, because you never know if you're going to fall off a cliff and you need to be able to pull yourself up. And if you can do at least one pull-up, then you can save your own life. So so you control what you can control, work within your limits. Okay. That's the second one. Third one is working on process goals instead of outcome goals. So outcome goals, maybe you can't run your normal pace for a 5K, but you're not going to measure success based on that. You'll measure success based on, did I complete my PT exercises every day for 2 weeks straight? And if you do that, then that's a big win.
That sounds good on paper, but
it does.
I don't know about that. Some brains are wired for different goal setting and stuff. So to just say, "Oh, we'll just do this. Just be happy with."
I don't think it's easy. I think it's so hard.
No, and you can do it, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the joy out of it that you would if you had your outcome goal. But I'm not being Debbie Downer about it. I'm just being devil's advocate with that one.
Yeah. I think you're spot on. I think it's important to be honest about it, that this is not it's not as good as running.
Not a total fix.
And it doesn't make it easy either.
Right.
And I think my other thing that I would recommend is having other people around you who you can complain to.
Yeah.
About being pouty and being unhappy in your injured state,
Yep.
So having that people around you who understand, who've been through it before and can help keep you on track. So you can go to somebody and complain about how stupid it is, and they'll just listen to you. So there's my big ones is make sure you remind yourself that you're still a runner, control the controllables, work on process goals, and stay connected to the run community. I think that's it, is like you stay connected, and I know sometimes like your run, in this case, you fell. That's a hard one to control. Sometimes it's helpful, even if you're injured, to still have a coach to help you through that injury. So you stay connected, like stick with your coach through that injury, and you'll probably get through it maybe a little faster, maybe a little stronger, and still volunteer and still show up to the races and still reach out to your run friends. And maybe Julia, she's done this before. She had non-running related, but she had not too long ago reasons why she couldn't run. And she would still join in the post-run brunch, you know? And I think that's a fun thing to do too. After everybody's running, if everybody goes out to eat afterwards or is hanging out, then you join in on the hangout.
Yep. Good stuff. I mean, not running and being injured sucks, but I guess we're just trying to give things to make it less suck.
Yes.
Right.
That's what it's about. It's about less suck.
Not more suck.
Not more suck.
Okay.
And we're going to do less suck. And we're going to do it together.
Wow.
We're going to less suck together.
Okay. We'll move on from that one. No, that's good stuff. Yeah, I'm very happy to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the upswing of my self brought on injury. Seems like I'm really good. I'm getting into a really good habit of having a really good build up to a really important race, and then something kind of small affecting the everything that I built up to. But that's okay. Not much I can do about it. It's just bad luck. I'm going to attempt to do that without anything happening and having a nice, beautiful curve going uphill to the race, and have nothing to have all positivity for a good outcome of the race because everything went perfect. But I guess part of the fun of all that is it's never a given. So you can have the most perfect training, feel the best you felt your whole life, be in the best shape of your life.
Yep.
And there's still a patch of ice out there that'll knock you on your ass and put you back in your place and say, easy boy.
Yeah, that's right. And I think of two famous examples of that happening. Because you are not one of them. You will be now. Now you're the third one.
Okay, fair.
So Kilian Jornet, one of the best trail runners, ultra runners in the world. Yeah, super famous runner. He was running UTMB and he got stung by a bee. I think it was mile 6. He got stung in the foot by a bee. And he tried to keep running, but it wasn't working. And so he DNF'd from a bee sting at UTMB, UTMB is one of the biggest trail races in the world. And he has won it in the past. He may have won it that year, but he got stung by a bee. And then he came back the next year. His crew dressed up in bee costumes. and I don't remember if he won or not the next year. I'm sure he did very, very well.
Yeah.
So you just never know what's going to come up on race day, even if you have the best training. And then we all know the other famous example from World's End 100K with Stephen Larrick on mile 2 of the 100K, a very strong runner, and he ran into a branch and got stitches.
Yep.
He was working on passing somebody, and it was pretty dark at that time. Didn't see a branch. Got him right in the face.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna do? He bounced back from it. He came back to hang out at High Knob afterwards. I saw him.
Yeah.
He was in pretty good spirits. But you never know.
Yeah. If it was always easy and predictable, I guess we wouldn't enjoy it so much.
That's right. We like the hard stuff, whether it's short distance or long distance or a new distance for us, whether it's your first 5K or your first 50K. Or
you like the hard stuff, but less suck, right?
That's right.
Okay. I just want
we want to do less suck when we are injured. We want to do less suck and not no suck.
Okay.
Not all the suck.
Just confirming.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I that helped somebody out there. I have had injuries before and I've bounced back from them. You've had injuries before and you've bounced back from them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
A lot of
bounce
people have.
like you do, but I crawl and then I'll get up and
Yeah,
wipe myself off and then start running again.
yeah,
I get to bounce. I mean, I wish I would have bounced off the ice. It would have probably not hurt as bad, but
probably. I know when I tore my hamstring tendon, I took my PT work very, very seriously. And when I did finally get to rebuild, I had to work with a orthopedic doctor to get me back on track. And when I did finally get to rebuild, I started doing PRs. I started doing speed PRs. So I PR'd my 5K and my 10K and my half marathon. And then I did my first 24-hour race at the Cossack House.
yay.
So that was right after that. That was in my rebuild phase from that injury. And then I got an Achilles injury because I like to do big, awesome stuff that are a whole lot of miles. And I did just a few miles too many and hurt my Achilles. But now I got to do lots of cool races that I probably never would have considered because they were flat. But the flat stuff was easier on my Achilles. So that was a lot of fun. So you never know what it's going to bring.
Beautiful.
Sometimes you can come back stronger.
All right, Grace, send these people to bed, would you?
I know. What are you doing this weekend?
Hopefully running. I'm going to continue to run easy and low and slow, not by choice. But yeah, do that. And I'm not really sure. Nothing crazy. By you?
This weekend, I'm going to be sweeping at the Hat 50K. Lisa and I are going to sweep together. I'm super excited. We had Lisa on the show before. And the Hat 50K has been on my radar for a long time. I would love to run it one day. This is not the right time in my training schedule to throw in a 50K. So we're going to sweep it instead. That's going to be super fun.
Sounds like a blast. I'll be looking forward to hearing how that goes.
Yeah. I think the hat run's been around for a long time. I think 18 years, something like that. It's down in Maryland. So definitely check that one out if you have not already. I hear nothing but good stuff, so it's been on my list. I just haven't been able to get down there myself, but I will get there one way or another. And this year it's going to be through sweeping with my friend Lisa. So I can't wait.
Sounds like a blast. All right. Take us out, Grace.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You are awesome. If you are injured right now, you're going to make it. It's going to be okay. And if you are running right now, good job. Good job on you. And the other thing that all of you should do is like this episode and subscribe to it on the YouTubes and on the Facebooks, and then share it with your friends, and then they share it with their friends, and then we can all be friends. And thank you very much in advance.
Good job. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next Monday at 7:30.
Oh yeah, 7:30 Eastern. Tune in live so you can see Eric's beautiful face, and he will smile for you, and he will sing for you, just like that. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.